What are some guidelines for using production elements like sound effects, music beds, that kind of thing?
I think it's really important, but I think you don't want to overdo it. Like I talked about earlier, there's a line, and you want to try and go up to the line, look over the line, but not cross the line. So I think you want to try things, and I think that's important as well. You come up with ideas, and I have a production, staff and a production director and a program director and a producer and a technical engineer, and I like to think that I'm ingenious when it comes to talking sports, but I'm not only always ingenious when it comes to thinking of creative ways to use production and to use different kind of elements. So I rely on a lot of the people that work on my show. They're creative. We bounce it off each other and say, do you think that would be funny, or do you think that would be entertaining, or do you think people would be interested in that? And if they are, or if we think they will be, then we go with it and we run it one night. And if it works, then maybe it becomes a staple of the show. And if it doesn't, then it's not a big deal. You take it and you throw it away. But there was a segment we did starting last week called the Football Frenzy, which I've been thinking about for a long time. And I kind of have a executive producer of my show and a regular producer of my show. And I threw it out to the regular producer, and he said, I like it a lot. And I threw it out to the executive producer, and he said, I don't like it at all. And I said, you know what, I really like it. I think it's a good idea, and I think we should kind of go with it. And he said, you know what, you really like it, do it one time. We did it one time, and it's just a almost a 2-minute drill of any NFL questions that you can think of. So if you're a fan of the Niners or the Bengals or the Browns, you tweet to me or you call and you get involved in the show and you can ask a quick question. Then we let people go, and NFL Films music is in the background. And it was phenomenal. So much so that my program director and general manager sent an email immediately after it and said, I don't want that to air once during the show. I want you guys to do that twice during the show. So I think it's a lot of hit or misses. I think, you have an idea, and if a couple of people are on board and think it's a reasonably decent idea, then you go with it. And if it works, then that's amazing. And if it doesn't work, which will probably happen often, then it doesn't work and you kind of throw it in the trash.